welcome to the regular session for Wednesday, April 26th, 2023. I'll call the meeting to order, and would you all rise and please join us in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Zerl, would you please conduct a roll call?
Certainly. Mr. Castine.
Present.
Mr. Zio.
Here.
Mr. Hall.
Here.
Mr. Henry.
Here.
Mr. Hughes.
Here.
Mr. Kretzer.
Here.
Mr. Perrier.
Here.
Mr. Potiker.
Here.
Legislators Timmons and Waldron have asked to be excused this evening.
Thank you. All legislators received a copy of stenographer minutes for the April 12th, 2023 regular session. If there are no additions, deletions, or corrections, I'll accept the motion to accept. Motion by Legislator Hughes, second by Legislator Kretzer. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I'll now recognize anyone in the audience who wishes to share their thoughts and concerns with the legislature. Please raise your hand if you wish to be recognized. Anyone who wishes to speak to the legislature tonight? No one, no one, no one, no one. Okay. We'll go to committee reports. I will call on the chairperson of each committee in alphabetical order by committee, starting with Legislator Simon.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Buildings and Grounds Committee has not met since the last regular session. However, Superintendent James Cleveland of the Buildings and Grounds Department provided a brief overview of the following projects. The county is completing the execution of their contract with Wendell Energy, and then contracts will be executed. A.W. Farrell has received their letter of intent, and as soon as their contract is executed, the roof project will begin. The department is looking at a June 2023 start. A.W. Farrell has been notified that the department that they have the supplies for both the probation roofs and the surrogate building roofs. These will be the first to be completed, with approximately 2 to 3 weeks for the completion of each. All work is complete, barring any punch list items at the Department of Social Services, DSS employee entrance and ramp project. I did look at that, it came out very nice. Other items at DSS, the repair of the ceiling under the overhang is completed. This is where the delivery truck backed under and went through the ceiling. Also, the floor tile in the first floor client lobby area is being replaced, as it's extremely high. This is an extremely high traffic area. The next Buildings and Grounds Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, May 8th at 4 p.m. End of report.
Thank you very much. Children and Family Services and Legislator Potter.
Thank you, Chairman. The Children and Family Services Committee has not met since the last regular session. The next Children and Family Services Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, May 2nd at 5:15 p.m. End of report.
Thank you very much. Economic Development, County Ops, you have that?
Yes, sir. On behalf of Legislator Waldron, the Economic Development and County Operations Committee has not met since the last regular session, and the next Economic Development County Operations Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, May 10th at 4 p.m. End of report, sir.
And thank you. And Finance.
Yes, sir. On behalf of Legislator Timmons, the Finance Committee has not met since the last regular session. The committee was polled on Resolution 341, which has been placed on tonight's agenda. The next Finance Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, May 3rd at 5:15 p.m.
Thank you. And Health Committee and Legislator Hughes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Health Committee has not met since our last regular session. The next Health Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, May 3rd at 4 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Human Services and Legislator Perrier.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Human Services Committee has not met since the last regular session. The next Human Services Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, May 2nd at 4:15. End of report.
Thank you. The Personnel Committee. The Personnel Committee has not met since the last regular session. Resolutions number 351, titled Approving Appointment of Director of Planning, PCN 2138, has been placed on the agenda upon the recommendation of the committee. This refers to the appointment of Shannon Baer on May 22nd, 2023, and the next Personnel Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, May 1st at 5 p.m. Plattsburgh International Airport, excuse me, and Legislator Hall.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Plattsburgh International Airport Committee met earlier. Chris Craig, the airport director, was present to discuss several resolutions, including authorizing the foreign object debris sweeper vehicle, replacement grant application, and awarding bid for foreign object debris sweeper vehicle. Resolutions 342 through 347 have been placed on the agenda upon the recommendation of the committee. The next Plattsburgh International Airport Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, May 24th at 4 p.m. End of report.
Thank you very much. Public Safety Committee and Legislator Castine.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The Public Safety Committee has not met since the last regular session. The next Public Safety Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, May 1st at 4 p.m. End of report.
And Transportation, Legislator Kretzer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Transportation Committee has not met since the last regular session. The next Transportation Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, May 8th at 5:15 p.m. End of report.
Thank you, sir. Board of Health, Legislator Hunt.
Thank you, Chairman.
Liaison reports, I should have said.
Board of Health met on April 17, presentation by Brian Davies regarding Health Department enforcement procedures and duties. A Board of Health photo was taken. The next Board of Health meeting is scheduled for Monday, May 15th at 7 p.m. and is open to the public. End of report.
Thank you. Chamber of Commerce, Legislator Bach.
Grab that. Oh. All right, the Chamber of, no report.
You had to look that up?
No. I can't find it, it wasn't my.
Clinton Community College, Legislator Bazaya.
Yes, Chairman. The Clinton Community College Board of Trustees met on Tuesday, April 18th. Majority of the conversation was about the labor strike that's going on in the college right now, and the vote of no confidence in the president of the college. Unfortunately, all that is not interesting stuff to talk about. However, the commencement exercises are going to be on Friday, May 19th, 2023 at 6 p.m. They are requesting that all of us, if possible, could come, dress, and be at the commencement exercises. I'm sure you'll get your invite if you haven't already got it. Just a little bit of information. The board has made their third proposal to the teaching staff, and we do not know what the response is yet. Also, the Clinton Community College Foundation will be having a fundraiser honoring our Assemblyman Billy Jones on Thursday, May 18th from 5 to 7:30. The tickets for a couple are $100, but it's to raise money for the foundation for scholarships. And the report.
Thank you very much. Community Services Board, Legislator Castine.
I have no report, but I'll have one next time.
All right. Cooperative, discipline review, grievance, nothing, right? LCLG, Planning Board.
I'm going to be attending the intercounty tomorrow for the
Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah,
Legislator Waldron down in Essex
She
County.
told me that.
Yeah, it's down at Jim Monty, the supervisor's office.
All right. Thank you.
Going to that.
Thanks for reminding me of that.
And there's no report for the LCLG.
Urban Forest Development Board.
No report.
Okay, staff member reports. Ms. Keller.
I would like to request an executive session to provide an update on litigation in 3.
Okay. And Mr. Turtle.
I would also like to participate in the executive session to discuss sale and lease of real property. A couple other items I want to bring to your attention. There are still a couple folks, I know there's been some email traffic going back and forth, but still a couple folks that Mr. Timmons would like responses to the tobacco settlement proposals, so we could get those in a list, and then, hopefully discuss them at a future meeting. I believe everybody received an email from the Senior Citizens Council regarding the senior celebration. So just a reminder that you have been invited to the senior celebration. Very good event that happens each year. That is your, your committee, right? So, if we could make a show there, that would be wonderful. Budget update from Albany. We are hearing that it's very, very close, that a deal is imminent. obviously had three major priorities. Looks like the in rem thing, discussion, hopefully is removed from the budget. It looks as though that may happen. That being said, there is a United States Supreme Court case on the same issue that may affect things, and the state legislature also has bills in to address in rem foreclosure. So regardless, it's not in the budget, as it should not be, because it has no fiscal impact in the state of New York. But it's an issue that the state legislature will continue to discuss. The second item was funding for indigent defense. You recall that there is a push to raise hourly rates for assigned counsel. And we believe, this worksheet is that we believe that we will receive some sort of remuneration to assist with the increase of rates. We do not have specifics on that. You can tell when the budget's close because there's less leaks that come out. And finally, our big one, which is the EFMAP proposal. We worked extremely hard and were extremely vocal on this matter. The current intel is as follows. It looks as though we will not be punished in our current fiscal year. As you know, there's an overlap between our county fiscal year and the state's fiscal year. So we're hopeful that there is not a hole in our current year. And then we also heard that the EFMAP would be, I guess I can use the word, would be pilfered from us over a 3-year period as opposed to a 1-year period. So not the news we were hoping for. We've been advocating every day, and NISAC's been advocating every day, all day. But the bottom line is that, it's really nothing that was in the state budget. There was no literal budget language in there. There was an administrative toggle by the Department of Health to increase our Medicaid local share. We believe this is not the way good government should work, in that all three, or all two, in this case, two branches of government should be deciding that. I think our voice at least got them to understand that they should not punish us, punish us by taking our money all in 1 year. So instead, they decided to take our money over a 3-year period. We don't know that specifically, but that's what we are hearing at this point. So we do believe that they're close and that the current extender expires Friday. So I would not be surprised if they have some sort of budget agreement by Friday, because if they don't, it will require a 6th extender. A couple things. We're hearing that there could be a little tweak in the bail reform, some in the criminal justice discovery bail reform topics. The governor's housing program has been withdrawn. The governor's methane gas program has been withdrawn. A lot of her big ticket items have been withdrawn. The one item that one of her agencies can do unilaterally is the one that affects us. And it looks as though that is going to happen over a 3-year period. That's all I have.
Thank you. Resolutions. Before voting on the resolutions, I'd like to note that the majority of the resolutions have been thoroughly discussed by the appropriate committees, and the legislature is taking action tonight based in large part on the recommendation of those committees. Mr. Zerlo, would you please read the titles of the resolutions to be acted upon?
Certainly. Resolution 341, authorizing correction of taxes for various towns, Time Warner Cable, Treasurer's Office.
Motion, Legislator Hall. Second, Legislator Castine. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Resolution 342, authorizing the foreign object debris sweeper vehicle replacement grant application, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, Legislator Hall. Second, Legislator Hughes. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 343, awarding bid for foreign object debris sweeper vehicle, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Perrier. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Resolution 344, awarding bid for the rehabilitation of taxiway A pavement in general aviation apron Phase 2 construction project, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Hughes. Discussion?
So just, I'm sure Chris talked about this, but this is, we are approving the bid alternate B, but that's subject to federal FAA money being available. Is that correct?
Yes.
So it's, this is contingent upon the FAA having enough money in their current fiscal year.
Any further discussion, questions? Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Resolution 345, awarding bids for the installation of the passenger boarding bridge Gate 2 construction project, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Perrier. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Carried.
Okay.
Resolution 346, authorizing contract extension with TK Airport Solutions, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Hughes. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Resolution 347, authorizing contract amendment with Music Services of Vermont, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Hughes. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Resolution 348, authorizing the county treasurer to establish appropriation and corresponding revenue for the Stewart's Grant, District Attorney's Office Child Advocacy Center.
Motion, legislator Pizzaio. Second, legislator Potiker. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 349, authorizing the county treasurer to adjust appropriations in various highway accounts, Highway Department.
Motion, legislator Perrier. Second, legislator Castile. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Resolution 350, authorizing the county treasurer to establish a capital project titled Rehabilitation of Taxiway A Pavement and General Aviation Apron Phase 1 Construction Project, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Pizzaio. Second, legislator Hall. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 351, approving the appointment of the Director of Planning Department.
Motion, legislator Kretzer. Let me do this another way.
4-4, sir.
4-4? Okay. Mr. Hall, 4-4?
Yes.
4-4. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Did I miss anything? That's the quick. You want to go through them again?
No. No, that makes up for some of those
I know.
thick packets.
You got that right. Is there anything further to come before the legislature? Then a motion to go into executive session. Motion by legislator Hughes, second by legislator Hall. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. We are in executive session. We are back in regular session. Is there anything further to come before the legislature? Take a motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn by legislator Kretzer, second by legislator Pizzaio. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.